Manchester United's unbeaten run ends not with a bang, but with a whimper. We had a chance. We really had a chance to put some distance between us and teams around us, like Chelsea, Villa, whatnot. But once again, a very slow, lethargic start that really never got much better. Gave us way too much work to do. We would have been very, very, very lucky to get a point, but getting ahead of myself. And honestly, though, we did have it coming. We should have seen it coming, not just by the way we played tonight, but the way we've been playing these last few matches. Our luck had to run out at some point. Newcastle pressed us, they fouled us, they went to ground all over the place, they bullied us. Michael Carrick has to do better. The players have to do better. Like everyone's got to do better. It was not good enough. But again, I'm getting ahead of myself. We are here to react to the match. This is United versus everybody. I'm your host, Sean. Dylan's going to jump in here in a second as well, but we're here to react to the match, the performances, share our player ratings as well. We are going to kick things off with the intro. You guys know that. So like, subscribe, check those memberships as well. Remember, I do have an exclusive Q&A coming out with a football agent that I recorded yesterday. So that'll be dropping soon. Legends members do get early access. So keep that in mind, you guys. Let's get stuck in. What's going on, Dylan?
Uh-oh. Can you guys not see me?
I can see you. Are you there?
Oh, it's on my end. It says you can't see me.
I can see you just fine, bro.
All right.
You guys can see Dylan. Give him a thumbs up. But
Yeah.
yeah, you're good on the screen, man. You're all good. How
All
are
right.
you, man? I'm
Cool.
sure I'm
Cool.
sure we're all fuming, right?
Yeah, we're all fuming. As we were talking about beforehand, this was the exact performance that we've not wanted to have happen again.
Yeah.
And
It's
we've been trending towards it for so long. It's just frustrating.
and like I said, we've seen it coming. We should have seen it coming. If not, I mean, if you couldn't
Hmm.
see this coming based on the way we've been playing, I even predicted in my match preview a 1-all draw because these players just in the last couple of weeks haven't shown me enough. I think we got very lucky against Palace because that first half looked a lot like the entire 90 tonight, and then we switched it on in that second half. But tonight we just never turn it around. I don't know if that's a character thing or what. We're going to talk
Yeah.
about it. We're going to go through the players obviously one by one, but we'll talk a little team news real quick in terms of selection, whatnot, and then we will take a look at each player one by one and look at the overall. So obviously the starting 11 came out, right? And I think many people were probably a little surprised to see Maguire and Shaw fit again. Carrick said it was just
Hmm.
illness. Second start in a row for Shesko. I do think he earned it. We'll talk about how his performance was, obviously. Same 11, basically, with one exception. Finally, Dalla was on the bench, and Mazraoui got the start tonight. Leach is still gone. Getting really annoyed with Leach's situation. Kukonki on the bench tonight because Morehouse was injured recently. And like Ian was saying in the WhatsApp group, Dylan, I mean, you can let me know what you think about the starting 11 and whatnot, but he kind of was complaining that there is a serious drop in quality when we've got a couple injuries, and it's a bit shocking. Now, it doesn't excuse the players who actually played tonight. Like, we can't blame lack of depth for the way they played, but the drop in quality, I mean, we're bringing on Ugarte for Casemiro. And we brought on Malacia for fuck's sake. What were your thoughts on the team selection in 11, and then the squad depth before we get into it?
I I didn't think the starting 11 was terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, we played all right. I mean, I can't say we played great against Palace, but we played all right. And Shesko's been hitting, so you want to make sure that he plays. Um, I also thought like Ahmad looked good when he came on against Palace. That would be a good targeted sub to come on, kind of like that. You kind of swap out those players in the front three, front four, and they're going to be effective. So I didn't have a problem with it. But yeah, the lack of depth after our starting 11 right now, we have nobody to come on to
Yeah.
really make an impact besides Ahmad or Zashevsko and Xerxes looks decent, but like
Yeah.
that's it. There's nobody else, and that is hugely. We have no one to come off the bench to say, "Okay, I'm going to change this game." and
Our two starting defenders
that's honestly that's
both
kind of pathetic.
two starting defenders both injured. Mount injured.
Yep.
Um, it's not a good look at all,
No.
man. Dorgu
Je-
could be coming back soon though, but we'll see.
Jeff made a comment. I was watching it with Jeff, and he goes, good thing we're not playing like twice a week.
I
Can you
almost
imagine like how
well,
we're
and that's the question though. I brought up a couple times. Like, is it because all I can do is go on by my own experiences, right? And even I think some pundits are now even starting to sort of wonder this as well. Players want to play. They're used to playing multiple times a week. Now, there's a fine line between too many matches in football overall, but also just wanting to play. And for me, and again, I'm not a professional, but the more interval there's a sweet spot. There's too soon
Mhm.
between playing, and then there's too long between playing, and only me and my body are really going to know that. But I do think that we saw a couple weeks back, like it was 2 weeks between. I think it was the West Ham match and another match. I can't remember what the other one was. That felt like it was like spring break for these players.
Mhm.
And now we've got another 2 weeks coming up, and like I wonder if that's just too long. Like you're losing match sharpness with all that going on. I mean, and it's obviously it's our fault,
But
right? We're not in the cups and things. That's entirely up to the player. But then again, that means the onus is on you to make sure you're sharp, and maybe a little bit on Carrick as well and the coaching staff.
yeah, and that's kind of what Jeff was alluding to. I mean, like, well, a little bit like keeping the sharpness, but we don't have the like before your other point we were talking about. We don't have the depth right now. We get any injuries, we get anything go wrong. We don't have anybody.
Well,
So
there's a sweet spot there between wrapping everybody in cotton wool but keeping them fit. I mean, and to my point, you saw today, and I think we've seen the last couple matches that you have to use the squad a little bit because you
yeah,
bringing on Ugarte. Ugarte nearly gave away an opportunity by just because he's just not sharp.
no,
Malacia, in my opinion, like hugely, majorly, almost solely responsible for that winner because of just the fact that he doesn't play. And if you're not using these players, they're going to build up rust. Big up Rob Taff. Big up everyone in the chat. Make sure you guys
hey,
are liking. Make sure you're subscribing. We got 40 people watching. I want to see 40 likes if I refresh this page. If I don't refresh this page, I'm going to be freaking fuming. I'm already fuming. You guys are going to make me more angry, though. 8 likes. Guys, what are we doing? Sports Obsessed is in the house tonight. Says, not only Ineos cut off Carrington's staff, they cut off the whole squad. They need to. Sport. He says we need at least 7 players to play 2 games in a week. We do need depth. Now, if you want to take a look at what Dylan and I would do this summer if each of us had 200 million to spend, go check out last week's episode of the Kickabout. We both went with 6 players, I think. Um,
mm-hmm.
so we had 200 million to spend, and I think we did a pretty good job. I think I did a better job,
Right?
but whatever.
Fake news.
Wrong. So team selection. I mean, there's not much really you could do, right? With everyone being injured,
No,
Leach has gone for 3 matches now, which is just absolutely ridiculous. DeLitt, no idea what's going on with DeLitt at all.
I'm starting to be like, okay, as much as I love Leacha, I'm like, if you can't be there, like it's like a
Yeah,
Shaw thing. Like,
yeah.
I'm getting close to saying like, just sell Leacha. Let's go get somebody else because I love him to death, but like we can't depend on him.
Now I give him a little pass simply because of the nature of the other injuries. Now it's not like Shaw. Big up, Danny. Welcome back, bud. It's not like Shaw or Mount in the sense that it's just the same thing over and over and over again that he can't quite shake. He had a couple big contact injuries and then the ACL. And I don't know what's going on with this one, but again, this could be a result of the ACL issue just from not playing. In which case, again, not his fault, but I'm totally on board with you when it comes to just like, it's like we got to be like a train that's just moving. If you can't get on, then you're going to get left behind in that regard. And it sounds cruel. It sounds a bit ruthless, but you guys, spoiler alert, go check out my 200 million rebuild and you see how I feel about center backs because I went very un-Sean like in that rebuild video. I was swinging that axe everywhere. um, but it's very so yeah. Depth it's not great, and it's a bit
No,
shocking the drop off in quality. Say to his credit, in these last couple cameos, got some really good touches. Yeah. Dylan. Welcome to Michigan, you guys. So, but yeah, Xerxes got this knack for just he gets the ball in tight spaces, and three players are on him, and he somehow manages to. All right, that out. Hold up. You're back now, bud. You're good.
I don't understand what's going on.
You're good, man. You're good now. It's all right. So yeah, Xerxes, decent little cameo, but
Yeah.
and fair play to Carrick. He's kind of throwing everything at it late, but it's just we gave ourselves too much to do, and I do
Yep.
think we shoot ourselves in the foot without rotation because again, you bring on Malacia, you're relying on Malacia, and again, it sounds unfair, but it's just like this is the reality of the situation. Like you kind of again, there's a fine line there between rotation sticking with the strongest 11, but also you're now relying on players who are not fit in these
Hmm.
dire moments at the end of the game here. So
Hmm.
Rob says still plugging that rebuild. Didn't Dylan see? Well, during the live, maybe just, but there were only like 4 or 5 votes during the live. I did put a post after the fact, and actually, I'm winning that one. So, Rob, if you're going to draw a line in the sand, make sure you're on the right side of it, bud. um, but in any case, let's go through this overall match a little bit here because I'm going to bring up some numbers here in a second of just stats wise and everything
Hmm.
overall, and because it wasn't good, it
No,
really wasn't
it
good.
really was not great.
Guys, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. We're going to take a look at some of the overall momentum and overall stats and everything. Danny, I see you. Danny, I thought you were cool, man. It's my Irish brother from betrayment. Flat out betrayment, you guys. I guarantee you guys only voted for Dylan because he brought back Welbeck. You freaking nostalgic, romantic saps. All of you saps. Michael says, I can't believe the lack of balls in the middle. I'm not. Yeah, we're going to talk about that because Carrick got a lot to answer for. I don't know why we kept, like, even Bruno at times was Laman's beyond the ball, Maguire, and everyone, he's pointing to Cunha over and over again. And I'm like, it's not on. The pass is not on.
No.
Like it's just he's losing it every single time. He's not even winning the header. He's literally just getting like it's just giving the ball away. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm so frustrated right now. My head's all over the place these days. So okay, let's look at some overall numbers here. Because as you can see, it was pretty much all Newcastle for the vast majority of the match, momentum wise. You can see a lot of these dips. Now, we did kind of keep things level about midway through the second half, but got to about the half, like stoppage time in the first half, and it all kind of went. We kind of woke up a little bit, and sometimes
But
go ahead.
isn't just looking at this, isn't that the problem?
Yeah,
I mean,
it
we
is a problem.
they go down to 10 men and instead of coming out and be like, okay, I want to get like 7 goals right now, like they just sit back and Newcastle are like, let's go for it. Let's just Newcastle played the way I wanted us to play.
Yeah. And they played really well. And they did exactly what I said they were going to do. Wide overloads, getting players forward. They
Yeah.
pinned back Cunha. They pinned back Mbumo. If you look at Cunha's heat map, most of his touches were inside his own half because he just had
Mm-hmm.
to. And that meant that when we did get the ball, there was nobody in wide position. There was a play, I don't know if you guys remember, where Bruno played a blind ball off to the right wing, expecting Mbumo to be there. Nobody was there because
No.
we were pinned back. They did exactly what I said they were going to do, man. It was too easy for them to pass through us. If you guys noticed, especially
Oh
down our
yeah.
right hand side, did you see how easy it was just for them to just? It was literally like just they were just boom, 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 and they were in our box, man. Um, it's it was embarrassing. It was just simple, direct, up
Yep.
tempo football, and like you said, exactly the way I want us to play. Exactly the way that we did play against like Arsenal and City. I don't know why we just stopped doing it, man. It was annoying. Super,
Well,
super annoying.
it, I don't know. It just feels like to me we're trying to play. We're even still trying to play a little bit of counterattack. Like that's all, but that's all we're going for. We're not trying to play through the lines and be dynamic with the passes. We're looking for, okay, how can we get it to the wings to get the counter going, and then try to get it back in the middle or get it to Bruno in the middle and then try to get Shesko through, because we had a couple times where we did that too. And it was like, okay, but they just passed through us in 3 passes. So I don't know what you want to do here.
Yeah, it was just too easy for them to get from there. And then, but that's like,
Yeah.
and that's where I start to look at the players too, because we can say like, what's Carrick going to do there? But at the same time, how easy has it been for the opposition to get from their box to ours in the last couple of years under multiple managers, under Ten
Mm-hmm.
Hag, Europa League, FC20,
Yep.
Spurs under Ten Hag? Just literally one player has like in both those matches carried it from their box all the way into our box.
Yep.
Today, in Amorim's system, open midfield, one ball, straight through, not a
Yep.
problem. In Carrick's system, like there's nobody defending in these channels, so they're just passing right by. We're on the back foot too much. It was just embarrassing, man.
Yep.
It's really embarrassing. Danny says Mbumo was poor. Mbumo just the problem was we just weren't able to get our attackers involved in the game. I mean, if you look at Cunha's heat map, he had to drop deep because it's the only way he's going to get involved. We just weren't getting the ball, and the reason was
Yep.
Newcastle were pressing high, and then when that didn't quite work initially, they were just blocking the passing lanes, and we couldn't do anything. It didn't help
Yep.
that we were just hesitant. It was like we were allergic to playing
Well,
a vertical pass. Go ahead, Dill.
no, and he and Ahmad, and part of it is they get chances, but they haven't converted anything. I mean, Mbumo had that golden chance in the first half. Ball fell to him, and he leans back and skies it over the bar, and you're like, "What are you doing? Just
Yeah,
put your laces through it."
you have no idea how
Like,
much it does my
so
head
what
in
if
to
you
watch
get?
professionals lean back like that. I cannot stand it.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there. I'm like, if you power that through, the worst that happens is it probably goes out for a corner or a goal kick.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
because
leaning back.
you're gonna
It's
put that much power.
yeah, or and it
Go
was
ahead.
just lazy. If you look at Bruno's chance that he had, that he put wide. If you they did a replay of it of the reverse angle, so you can see his body shape. His body shape is just lazy. There's his
Yeah.
leg is like, and it's hard to explain because I know like, being striking ball, I can understand where I'm coming from, but like there's there's a fine line between you're too stiff in your leg, but also being too open, too loose, and his was too.
I don't know if anybody's still here. If I'm on, can anybody just let me know what's happening? Said I'm offline. He's offline. Okay.
We good here still? Are we good?
I don't know.
What is happening here?
Just, I checked my
YouTube is
for this.
doing a madness, man.
I did the upgrade on Google, or the update on Google. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's happening either. I don't know
Well,
what's going on.
Danny, Rob, thank you. I appreciate you guys saying I'm here. I just reloaded it again just to make sure. I just always assume it's my problem.
No, I think I don't know.
But
YouTube's been having a lot of problems recently. You can hear me though, right?
yeah, I can hear you good. I don't know what's going on.
Oh
So,
man, internet dude.
oh
What are you
well.
gonna do?
Yeah.
So what were we
Yeah.
saying here? So let's talk. Let's talk about the red card that they saw. Was it a dive? Should Lamans have conceded a penalty there? What are your thoughts on that?
I didn't think it was a red card. I thought you could have. I didn't remember that. I thought TL had gotten the yellow card um, before. So when they said Ramsey got a second yellow, I was like, what? Um,
Yeah, it was
but
like
I thought it was soft. I don't know.
it was soft. I mean, there was contact for sure, but the way he fell. is not the way you should have fallen with that
That
contact.
yeah.
That
Yeah,
was the thing they
and
did it.
yeah, and Laman's barely touched him. Like I can see if you trip a little bit, but you don't fall that egregiously. So yeah, that
No,
for the simulation I get for that.
he
But
didn't even. Yeah, he didn't look like he tripped. It looked like he just like was diving into a pool like a cannonball or something. It was just
yeah,
embarrassing.
yeah,
So yeah, it probably in my opinion, the yellow was definitely for the simulation, but there was contact, so it's just really weird.
yeah.
It's one of those weird kind of gray areas. I don't. Um, we'll talk about the ref a little later because I was not happy with the referee's performance, but I don't
He
want to
did not.
blame him for anything, but it was definitely a shit performance. He was absolutely playing to the crowd, and Alan and I. It's so weird that I agree with Alan Shearer because he tweeted. He was at the match and he was tweeting, but he was like this. He was like, the louder the crowd gets, this referee gets more scared, and he's just giving them whatever they want. Man, it was just,
Hmm.
it was so
That's
embarrassing
hundred
from him,
percent
and
true. That's
it's
100% true.
it's so spineless, man. And there was a point in time where it was McGuire and Trippier going for the same ball late on, and it went out, and to everyone it looked like it should have been a corner. Trippier goes down. The referee kind of runs up the. I swear down. It looked like the ref basically asked Trippier, "Was that a corner or was that a goal kick?" And he just like gave them whatever they wanted, man.
Yeah,
It was embarrassing.
yeah. The
All
ref
right.
did not have a good
Yeah.
match.
It was this the live chat's not showing up for some reason. Don't know what's going on there.
Oh, oh boy.
It's not. I don't get it, man. I think YouTube is just having problems today. That must because it's just not working. But I mean, we're on
Uh,
fine, but it's the
yeah.
comments are not coming through on my screen. So
Oh, one just came through.
like they're coming through on YouTube, they're not coming through on my stream platform,
Oh, okay.
which is the issue. And so
Gotcha.
what you gonna do though? Anyway, I can read them out though. So
Yeah.
let's see. Danny says it was a dive. Michael says he doesn't think it was a red. Rob Taft says, does a spineless ref send off a home player? Well, if it's a second yellow, but I do think that if you look at the match in its entirety, like one decision to me does not like make that whole argument for me. If you look at the whole catalog of decisions that he was making, it was like every time Newcastle got contact, they went down. And the louder they yelled, the quicker he was there to award the free kick, the quicker he was there to whip out a yellow. He was getting a little happy with his yellows late on in the second half, too. I think that refs ruin games, and I think that the way that he was handling all these situations to me was starting to ruin the game. Not, and again, I'm not blaming him, but he was just ruining it. Like it was just making it every single time they went down. It was just a car. I was just sitting super annoyed by him. Um, what was the ref's name? I don't even know who that ref was. I always forget the
I don't
names.
remember.
Um,
But,
so mostly Newcastle in terms of momentum. We can
mhm.
see here overall we had more of the ball. We don't tend to do well when we have most of the ball. Did not really our XG on the night. Not great. Newcastle obviously did not meet theirs, but
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear Sean. I don't know if he can hear me. Um, boy, YouTube's having a terrible time here. But so for everybody here, yeah, Newcastle. I'm gonna put this full screen for me. Yeah, I mean Newcastle. They got give credit to them on that because they played hard throughout the whole game. We just didn't get those chances. I don't understand what was happening. If we just, I was talking to Sean beforehand. I get a big part of this feeling that we're playing like we don't want to lose instead of trying to win, and that's really what it seems like. Rob, I'd love to sign Tonali especially if they're going to miss Champions League, and he, I'm just trying to take over the channel here, Sean. So
my back now? Like what the hell?
yeah, you're back. So can you hear
Dude,
me?
yeah, I can hear you just fine. I think
Okay.
the streaming platform it did this that remember that when it did this before
Yeah.
and I emailed them after and they were like, "Oh yeah, we had some issues." I'm like, "Well, cool. It
Yeah.
doesn't help me now because my stream is done,
No.
assholes."
Don't
So,
don't worry. I've just been trying. I'm sowing the seeds again for my revolution. So,
God, jeez, this is so annoying.
but
One thing you guys need to know about me, that one of my biggest pet peeves is when technology just does not work the way it's supposed to work. It
Mhm.
absolutely does. I get so annoyed by that. Like I've literally punched computers before because of it.
Yeah. So Rob had a good point with he likes Tonali again. Can we sign him? And I was like, yeah, I'd love to sign him, especially if Newcastle don't get Champions League, and we don't get Anderson. That would be a good signing there.
It would be expensive signing for
Hmm.
sure. I mean, he's going to cost a lot. And I mean, I like Tonali. Like spoiler alert, if you look back at the 200 million rebuild video from last week, I mean, he's an option that I really like. He's just expensive. He wouldn't be my first choice, but he is a very. I liked him when he was at Brescia before he went to AC
Yep.
Milan. I thought he was an excellent player. So some people saying it was a dive, some people saying it wasn't a dive, some people saying it shouldn't have been an ascending off. That's hard. I mean, that's hard.
Hmm.
I know there was a bit confusion when it happened. The pundits, the commentators even thought that Bruno had seen a second yellow for something because the way the camera angle was going.
Yep.
But fair play to Newcastle for staying on the front foot despite going down to 10 men. I mean, it'd be very easy to sit deep, right, and just look for chances to counter.
And I just want to make a note, just for us, what Eddie Howe did tonight to set up that system for them to have the 4-3-2 and basically have the two strikers go up there and try to get wide and get some pace going. That again, that's what when we've gone down to 10 or we've had issues, that's making in-game adjustments. And Carrick's doing better. I'll say he's done some things, not tonight, but he's done some things. But uh, credit to Eddie Howe on that one. Like he just was like, we're going for it, hell with it. And sometimes you need to do that. And I feel like we've played afraid at times to a degree.
Yeah, you do seem like we're afraid to
I
make
don't know.
mistakes. Like we're afraid to lose the ball.
Yeah.
What happens? I think maybe that's part of why we're so hesitant, slow. My internet is like not okay. I don't know what is happening. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but it's really glitchy.
Fuck off this internet, dude.
Michael, I'm just going to give you a quick shout out here, man. I'm so glad your daughter's back from the hospital. That's awesome. So kudos to you. I really hope you enjoy that time. That's awesome. Um, Looking back here, Danny, I thought Ahmad should have come on earlier too when we made the subs earlier. I don't know why Ugarte didn't make sense to me. I don't understand Ugarte coming on. It's weird to me, but
I'm back now.
you are back now.
I just reloaded the thing because it just got tired of dealing with it. But I'm like, internet
That's
not.
what I have to keep doing too. So
That's messed up, man. I'm not happy about that. All right, let me do this again. All right, guys. Hopefully we got that sorted out. Sorry, but I have no idea what's going on with this stupid thing. But now the chat's working again on my screen, so maybe I just needed to
there
reload the
we go.
page.
Okay.
But yes, Michael, there are big problems tonight. I have no idea technology, you guys, but thank you guys for sticking with us. Please make sure you are liking. If we got 163 people watching. If we get to 25 likes, I'll give 5 memberships, which is nothing. Literally, just a couple of you just have to hit that like button real quick. Um, but I mean, I'm sorry to put a damper in your takeover of the channel there, Dylan. But
No, you're good. I hope it was still working for everybody. Again, Michael, great to hear everything with that. Um, and yes,
daughter did
I
a little.
had a little bit with our substitutions, and where I mentioned Ugarte because it was pissing me off that every time I see him, I get angry. So
You can hear me, Dylan. You're good.
yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Just want to make sure. Sorry, just technology, you
It's
guys.
a game of telephone at this point.
Well, big up, Michael. Glad that your daughter's out of the hospital. I know that was a bit of an ordeal for everyone, but I'm sure that's a big weight off everyone's shoulders. Want to make sure we stopped and gave that the plaudits that it deserves. So,
Definitely.
Father of the Year, big up your daughter too. Just being
Hell yeah.
just a tough little put up. Sounds like she put up more fight than we've seen from these players in a while. So, big up to Michael and his daughter, man. Danny says, I thought Ahmad should have come on earlier with Dallo at that time. Yeah, this game, I'm just I'm struggling to find words because I'm just so annoyed right now, man.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I wanted Ahmad and Mbumo to start this one. I didn't think Cunha. Now Cunha fought, fair play to him, and it just there seems to be more and more of these matches where Mbumo is just not getting as involved as we really need him to be, and probably the way is he would like to be. You can tell he's getting a little petulant too because he starts giving away little fouls and things and getting cheap cards and stuff. And again, if you're not going to play quickly, then you're going to nullify your attackers because there's just no space for them to move into and get on the ball because you're waiting too long. And
Yeah.
Carrick's got
And
to do better.
and there's a thought like is just change things up. Put Mbumo on the bench and just say, okay, we haven't had it the last few weeks. We're gonna try something different. We're gonna get you out later when tired legs so you can attack. He's got the pace. We know he's got the pace. We know he can bring it. But
Big up Kieran in the house. Welcome.
hey,
Disappointment. Not down. We're not going to win every game. That's true. It's a good reminder. We're
oh
allowed
yeah,
to be a little frustrated. I'm super frustrated. You guys know how I feel. I can abide a loss. It happens. I don't expect us to win every single match. What I cannot excuse is just performances like that. Like I cannot. Even if we win, I'm not happy with the performance because I do think that overall like performances will yield consistent results more than like luck every now and then. But big up Kieran, welcome. Big up Michael again. Um, so yeah, let me get back to these stats before I was so rudely interrupted by technology. So, um, anything stick out to us? We had more big chances and just did not do very well. We didn't win a whole lot of corners. Again, you only win them if you get the ball up the pitch, and we weren't getting the ball up the pitch. So that was super super annoying. Um, 14 shots on the night, far like less than a third of that was on target. We were forced to shooting. We got some shots on from inside. We had a couple blocked. Again, when you take too long, so you could see block shot 5. When you take too long to get the ball up the pitch, you give them time to get back into shape, which means they're going to have numbers in the box, which means when you're forced to
yep.
take those shots, they're going to get blocked. It's not rocket science. I don't know why we can't just figure it out. Just up the tempo a little bit. It's really not difficult to do. Um, look how many long balls they played, dude. That was less than half. They played almost 70 long balls, man. That's insane.
But it was gonna work because
Yeah.
they knew basically if we tried to overload, like we were trying to overload the press early, just trying to get on one side when they'd have it. We'd try to get the ball back. Well, they just looked over and was like, oh, I guess the other side is open, and they just ping it over there, and they
Yep.
have the players to do it. So
Yep. Yeah. It was very, very frustrating. Danny says was expecting it. Performance was pathetic. Rob says, to be fair, Carrick has tried benching Cunha, Shesko, Ahmad. Well, yeah, you benched Cunha to start, right? Because he wanted Dorgu to play left wing. Now he's been starting Cunha. And question remains, like, would Cunha be getting the starts if Dorgu would fit? I don't know. We don't know. And so it seems like injuries force Michael Carrick's hand. Like even tonight, Mazraoui injured again in a foul that the ref didn't call, by the way.
yeah,
um,
yep.
it
He
had to be.
wasn't even looking at it. That's the
It's
problem.
I'm so annoyed by that referee tonight, man. So again, like injuries seem to force his hand more and more. Licha, Dorgu, and now this as well. Son of an actual bitch. What is happening? Um,
Uh,
did I go again? I'm so done with this, man.
you're good right now, man.
All right, cool. It's just yeah, I'm so annoyed with this computer today.
It's still doing it, but it's not as bad as it was.
I think it's just the streaming platform. It's just not. It's have a glitch or something. Tim says he had a bad feeling about tonight. Wasn't expecting us to be so slack. I mean, we kind of saw it coming, right? It was just not good enough on the
Yeah.
night. So I'm going to take this off the screen and see if that makes a difference
Yep.
because we don't need to look at that garbage anymore. Um, all right, guys, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. We're going to keep soldiering on here. I do think it was half a mob open that was doing it, unfortunately. So, and now Dylan is Dylan or am I gone?
Hello. All right, Sean's gone. There he is. Now he's
No,
back.
fuck off, computer. I'm so done. So done with this computer tonight. This is not the day, computer, to be fucking up because I will put my fist directly through the screen. Oh, geez. Michael says, not the end of the world. I learned there are worse things to deal with in this world. No, it's a good reminder. It's a good
Mm-hmm.
reality check. It is just football at the end of the day. I think the
Yep.
performance combined with the technology issues is starting to give me an ulcer, though. If I'm being honest. Let's cruise through some player ratings, shall we? Dylan, what do you have any other final thoughts on the overall performance other than the things we've said so far?
I mean, I it was okay at times. There was some effort at times, but it's not. Again, it's not consistent. We
Yeah,
don't get it for 90 minutes. We get it in patches, and that's not how you build a winning team. I
yeah,
can see I can see a down period. Every team has a down period during a match. You have like 10, 15 minutes where you're just stuff's not going right. There's a switch. The other team sends on subs. You're trying to reorganize, but that's it. You're not. It's just because you're down doesn't mean you're just not playing well. And like we didn't really get into the match until it was 40 minutes in. Then we went to halftime. So I don't know.
yeah. The inconsistency from these players, and again, this is nothing new. Like a couple of you have said, like we should have seen it coming. We kind of some of you even expected it, especially just in the last matches. But if you look at the last couple of years, we've seen this. It's pretty slack, when there's no Champions League to play for, when there's not really. It seems like, oh, cool, we're top. Let's just take our foot off the gas for a hot second, and you can't
Yep.
do that. You cannot force you. It's not like, oh, we're above Villa. Like you can't just take your foot off the gas because Chelsea got a big win today. Liverpool obviously lost yesterday, but they are like still Liverpool. They can still do something.
Mm-hmm.
It's just fucking annoying, man.
Yep.
That Rob says we're open a lot at the beginning, which is worrying. Yeah, we were getting carved open, man. We were just so slow. It was like we were just watching everything happen around us rather than actually playing the game.
Yeah.
Um, so let's do some player ratings, you guys. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Let's go through this nonsense. I mean, we could do a blanket rating right now and just say everybody gets a 3, aside from maybe
I'm
like
okay with that.
Casemiro. But Son of Lamans tonight, you made 3 saves. Obviously, we did concede a couple goals. It's hard for me to blame him for any of the goals. Obviously, the pen, what can you do against that? The ball in. I mean, I blame Malacia a lot for that winning goal as well. Didn't really have a whole lot else to do. Again, he only made a couple saves, only had a couple saves to make. Danny saying he could have done better. I don't know what else. What do
I,
you think about that?
I agree with Danny on that one. I think his positioning was poor. Just because if we look, and part of it is just where he was at, because he was behind Maguire, and so he doesn't see the ball coming in. So you almost have to move one way or the other to try to see
But
where
that's the
that
hard
ball's
thing
going to
because
go.
I blame Malacia for that second goal. And the same reason I blame Dallo for a lot of those similar goals because no pressure on the ball. He gets done by pace way too. He gets spun basically, and then he's playing catch up. And now, so definitely needs to just stay with his man. You don't need to go in and challenge because that's a good way to get beaten too. But you need to force the player wide. You cannot let them cut in like that. At that point, he's taken himself out of the game, and now Maguire has a choice. Now Maguire's got to like step up and either make a challenge or he's just got to try to block it. And if you try to block it, then you run the risk of a little bit of a deflection. And now Lamans has got all that in his mind. Lamans has got to hope Malacia does his job. He's got to hope Maguire does his job. And then he's basically having to wait to see what happens with those other 2 players before he can even start to kind of make it. He can't prepare for all eventualities. He's got to kind of wait to a certain point until the eventualities are kind of narrowed down, and then you can kind of do what you got to do. So
Yeah,
I personally think it would be harsh to blame Lamans for that. I blame Malacia first and foremost, but this again. This is the way we all see the game differently.
yeah.
But ratings wise, what would we give? I'd probably just give him like 5, honestly, if you remember me.
That's what I would give him. I mean, it was just a pedestrian performance for him. He made, like you said, made a couple of saves. I thought it was too slow with a lot of the buildup. I don't know if I get the feeling he's getting told to do that, um, but it just wasn't great. So I'm going to give him a 5. It sounds like Sean's giving him a 5 too. Looks like Sean's off. He'll pop back up here in a second. So yeah, Santa Lamas for me. And just a quick, I got to respect the other side as well. Let's just throw out a nice applause or whatever for Ramsdale. I mean, he had made some hell of a saves today. We should have had a couple goals there that he just saved. So good on him. I'm just saying some nice things about Ramsdale that he played pretty well. So well, now Sean's gone again. So anyway, moving on. I don't know which player he's going to go with next. I'm assuming. Oh, now he's back. Hello? Nope. Now he's not back. Nope. Now he's back.
Bro.
There you are. I don't even know if I'm even in this anymore. I'm just talking. I was giving a few kudos to Ramsdale for a performance, just saying like he made some good saves, good on him. So I just wanted to tip of my cap to somebody that did well. But I just to talk about that point with Cunha, I thought he started well. I thought he faded as the game went on, like he lost some intensity. But
I'm God apparently does not want me to do a live stream tonight because
he knows how angry you are, Sean.
it's got to be at this point it's got to be EVMux, the streaming platform, or my computer that I'm streaming from. But big up Kieran for liking and subscribing amidst the technical difficulties. I swear it's not usually like this. I have honestly no idea. I'm not IT, but I appreciate that. But Laman, did we all rate Lamans? I don't see any ratings in here. Are we just not rating anybody tonight?
I think we're all going with the basic 3. They were shite today.
Shaw, anyone any thoughts on Shaw? I thought he was run ragged a little bit by Alanga at times.
Yeah. Yeah, he was definitely trying to overcompensate because Alanga's faster than him. So he was definitely trying to play safe where Alanga wasn't going to get by him, especially with Harry next to him there. So, yeah, I'd give him a 5. He did. I mean, picked up that yellow card. That was in that plethora of 4 yellow cards in like 3 minutes. So
yeah, it was absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. There were fouls that we were getting that like nope, like they weren't even called fouls, weren't even awarded a free kick, but 2 seconds later it was like the same exact foul, and we were the ones seeing the card. I was getting it was in my head. I was getting absolutely annoyed. So Shaw just not his night. Fuck off.
Yeah. Oh, what a night, guys. Just technical difficulties all around. Kind of similar to how United played today. Just technical difficulties everywhere. But yeah, I'd give Shaw a 5. He didn't do anything spectacular. Definitely, Kieran, I agree with you. Plus, some of the players need to move on in the summer. Shaw, if you watch plug in again, if you watch our $200 million spend, if we're the directors of football, I move on Luke Shaw. I got a left back that can come in and I think do a better job. He's more consistent. He has had a few injuries, but he is very consistent in the Bundesliga. So check that out if you get a chance. Sean had some great ideas as well. He has a center back come in that I was like, that's a great pick. Yeah, I agree, Rob. Shaw battled, but he just can't be starting next season. So Shaw. All right, I think you're good, Sean.
I'm so annoyed. All right, let's cruise through this because I don't know how long this is going to last.
All right, let's do it.
Quit. I'm gonna rage throw my computer like a frisbee out the window, man. I'm getting done with this. Yes, Kieran, players do need to move on. It is embarrassing how much crap we have in the squad. Rob says Shaw battled a bit, got a slap in the chops. Yeah, I don't know how Dan Burn wasn't sent off, by the way, for just literally throwing every elbow he possibly could.
And it's Dan Burn, so
it's the ref, man.
Yeah. Lenny's still working out whatever he had. Like I don't. He's still got those periods where he just misses. He's reading the game like it's just off. It's not like he was before. He did fine. He was solid, but just like there are times where he's missing big points, big parts of the game. So I'm gonna give him a 5, just average.
So. I mean, I thought it was better overall. I thought Euro really should have done better with his header, though, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I thought that was just it's again, the chances weren't shortcomings frequently, and you have to do better with those. We had no excuse for that. So
Yeah.
um, so Euro probably. I mean, pretty much. Yeah, he didn't do bad. Maguire. What do you guys think of Maguire on the night?
I thought he was more aggressive, which is good. We kind of needed that. And yes, Rod. So Sean, when you're absent, I'm totally plugging my team. So we're going to take over
Whatever.
here.
Might as well. It's Dylan's channel now. My computer's not letting me do anything.
Yeah. I thought he did pretty well in terms of like being aggressive offensively. I thought he positioned himself well. I look at that second goal differently than you do. When that ball's going down the line and Maguire's going towards it, Malacia is behind. I look at Maguire being the veteran there should have told Malacia to go inside, and Maguire should have come out because I feel like Maguire could have gotten to that ball, and Malacia could have come through. So that's part of the reason why I'm blaming Maguire a little bit. I think Maguire could have stepped out too before they even got into the final third. He could have come up. It would have been tight, but I think he could have got there. And
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like it was just a goal that was coming the way we were playing. I feel
Yeah.
like
Oh
we could
yeah.
have kept going for another
Again,
20 minutes and probably would not have
yeah.
equalized, unfortunately.
Again,
So,
kudos to Newcastle. They wanted it. So
Maguire, what we give him, Maguire?
five,
Another
6.
5. I mean, nobody
Yeah.
gets above a 5 in my opinion tonight.
Not today.
Uh,
Yeah.
Mazraoui, still a bit of rust to shake off from Mazraoui, but I think again that's what happens when you don't utilize your squad a bit. I think he should have been starting over Dallo for a while here because again Dallo came on, and yeah, Dallo runs around, but again, it's what you do when you get the ball, and Dallo when he gets the ball is just not good. He kills plays
No.
dead in the water. He's
And
hesitant. He's cowardly. Like
I laughed a little bit. One of the announcers said, like, oh, Dallo is more attacking. Look how far up he is. It's like, but he's not doing anything with the ball.
yeah,
Like he lost the ball a couple times. He made some poor choices with it. And it's like at least with Miss Rowley, we knew, he's not going to be as attacking. But when he got space, he brought it forward and he was looking to make a pass that was going to work. And
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, Mizrahi probably gets a 5 again. It
Yeah.
wasn't great. It just wasn't bad.
No.
I mean, I don't know. What do you guys? There's
Do,
no. I don't think
do we
anybody
give him
wants to
a
do any player ratings.
do we give a 5.5 because he got his hair going or
I mean, if you want to, we'll go 5.5, I guess. Casemiro, I think we're really gonna miss Casemiro, not
oh yeah.
because of his ball playing, not because of his physicality, but because of his experience and his savviness. It's another header on a free kick goal from
Yeah.
Unk to bring it level going into halftime. It's
Yeah.
things like that. He's savvy. He just knows. He's just got that experience to know what to do, when to do it, where to be. And
Yes.
yes, he's slow.
And
Yes, he's going to go 2 foot sometimes, but it's stuff like that we're going to miss.
yeah. Rob, I agree with the squad. Rob has your squad suffering from a lack of cup games, 100%. We don't have time to work some of these things out and figure out some of the attacking and some of the positioning. Like we don't get that opportunity. Casemiro knows he's a veteran. He's got that. As you said, Unk knows he's got that figured out. I think the only reason he got taken off today was because we were getting run through, and they were like, we need some more pace, and Ugarte can do it. But every time Ugarte comes on, I'm like, why?
I mean, we can say they're suffering for no cup games, but we don't have cup games because they were knocked out of the cups.
Yeah.
And so it's really entirely up to them. If they're not in the Champions League because a lot of them didn't show up in the final last season, they're not in the FA Cup because they didn't show up for Darren Fletcher. They're not in the Carabao Cup because they didn't show up against Grimsby Down for Ruben Amorim. So I do think it's completely on them at this point. So the play again, you can talk about tactics and systems all you want to, but the players have to show up, and so it's just annoying. So we are going to miss Casemiro. I thought he did fine on the day. Obviously, his goal. He probably gets a 6 from me personally. Kieran's giving
I'd say
Shaw
the same.
a 4.
I agree with that.
So Casemiro, Mainu. Oh boy, Mainu.
Not his best game here.
It's just not, especially in the first half, just not involved. Aside from like that shot that forced a brilliant save from Ramsdale late on in the first half. But I mean, he needs to learn how to do more to impact the game. He has to. Sometimes you're gonna have to go and actually find the game. It's not gonna come to you. I thought he was trying to be a little too intricate in midfield, and little one touches where I thought he could just carry the ball himself. And I just because he's good at carrying the ball, it was just not a good. He wasn't impacting the game for me at all,
But
man.
we have that a lot where we try to get intricate instead of doing the simple thing that could
Yeah.
work.
It was a lot of these
And
little like no look, one
yeah,
touch, layoff, heel flicks
yes,
between like him, Casemiro, Bruno, and
yeah.
whatnot, and Cunha, and I'm like, just somebody just carry the ball. Like
Do you think because they do that a lot? Do you think that's like, hey, we're at Man United, we got to make this look good?
I have no honestly, I don't know if it's just their way of kind of like in the tight areas, maybe a little of like misdirection that'll create space. But like, you know what creates space? Carrying the ball. Now Cunha is good at it. Xerxes is good at it. Manu was normally good at it, but it was just like it almost felt like nobody wanted the ball, man. It was so annoying. Um, I'd probably give him a 4. Not as great as match tonight.
No, not really. No.
Oh, what are we looking at here? Bruno.
14th assist.
It is his 14th assist. Just one shy of David Beckham's record. Probably should have done better with his late chance. We talked about that earlier. I'm starting to sense a pattern today with the players who should have done better with their chances, honestly,
Yeah,
which you're not going to get those chances. But Bruno, I mean, the assist, I mean, he dropped to a deeper role late on as we brought on Xerxes. Xerxes kind of went in and we kind of played a little higher. And everybody just kept trying to find Bruno. I do think that, that to me is just again we've seen it work under Ten Hag, we've seen it work under Amorim, even like let's just hoof and hope in the last 5 minutes when we need
yep,
a goal, but it's just I don't like it. It can be effective, but again it's just annoying. But Bruno, I mean, got the assist, probably gets a 5-6 from me, honestly.
yeah, yeah. He didn't do a whole lot.
Just wasn't getting a whole lot involved, unfortunately, and should have done better. Rob says Newcastle's midfield is always better than ours. It's just physical, man. Like Joe Linton probably could have seen a second yellow at some point too. The way he was getting just bullying everybody, and they, you know, like you said, they didn't have Bruno. Yeah, our midfield is not physical, but we've known that. Like we haven't bought any midfielders, so the same midfield that we've been complaining about for the last couple seasons, they're techy, but they're not physical whatsoever. They're not winning those battles, those physical battles. And again, open games like Arsenal and City, when there is a bit more of that open, like they'll do just fine. These kind of games where there's mid blocks, the last couple games with the low blocks, they're
Yeah,
kind of getting nullified a little bit. So
yeah.
Bruno gets a 5/6 from me.
Five.
DJ, big up DJ. I'd rather play injured Casemiro and Mass Heaven than play Malacia. Yeah, you're not alone there. And Rob makes a good point. He did give away the penalty too. Now again, Rob, you're right. He did give away the penalty. So you're absolutely correct there. Problem is, if it were any other player that won that penalty than Anthony Gordon, I would probably be a little bit more harsh on Bruno. But because it was Anthony Gordon, I'm more frustrated because Anthony Gordon is a diving little rat, man.
Mhm.
He's been doing it for years. So yes, maybe that knocks down a point or two. But let's see. Danny says appreciate like. I do appreciate likes. Where are we at on likes, you guys? It's kind of all over the place tonight with this technology. I'm talking fast to try to get out ahead of the next technology gap. 22 likes, you guys. I see 182 people watching, you guys. Please hit that like button. Please share if you can. Please subscribe if you are new. We are on the road to 4K. Check those memberships as well, and check the UVE store. There are some samples below your video player if you want to see some items in the store. Usually I'm rocking one, but tonight I opted to go for a training top. But thank you, Danny. It's a good reminder.
He destroyed the other shirt in anger. Is why he.
I ripped it off like Hulk Hogan and just threw it away, man.
Yeah,
I go through a lot of shirts. DJ says Carrick can't make changes to his team unless fans tell him to. He will play Shesko every game. Well, he has. I mean, he's played Shesko like 2 games now, starting. So, and to be fair, I do think Shesko's earned it. But again, no depth does hurt him a little bit. It's a weird situation to be in. Jay, big up. Jay says the substitutions were bizarre. The
yeah,
Malacia one was, yeah. I mean, to an extent, I think we can kind of figure out the Malacia one is because we apparently he still wanted the left back, and Mizraoui got injured, so it is what it is. I do think Carrick waited a little too long to make that Ahmad for Mbumo change. I think that was clear from. And we saw that too against what team? What was that? Was that West Ham? We saw that like Shesko for Mbumo, how important it was to make that change, and he took too long to
Yeah.
do it. So
Yep.
today he did not look his normal calm self, Carrick. We'll get to Carrick in a second though. But big up, Jay. Welcome to the channel. Kieran's, I think, a little behind. He's giving Mizraoui a 5, giving Casemiro a 6. He loves Casemiro. I like Casemiro too. We all love
Who
Unk.
doesn't? Yeah.
DJ says Bruno gave away the ball in the second goal, missed a tackle. Yeah. Bruno, maybe we'll drop that down to a 5 just to call it average tonight. But Bruno
Yeah.
is going to miss tackles. I mean, he's not very defensive, and he is going to give away the ball. He does give away the ball a lot, but pretty much everybody was tonight.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Cunha.
Man, he started out well. I mean, he was attacking. He had a good chance at a shot, like 4 minutes in. He was helping with defense. He was being aggressive, and then as the game went on, he kind of lost his influence, and his just it wasn't the same level of impact that we saw with the Everton game. We saw with some of the other games. So yeah, this was not his best match today.
He was working hard. He was fighting, working hard to
Yeah,
start. There were times late on where I'm like, bro, stop walking, start busting a gut because we need a goal.
exactly. Yep.
Um, and he's kind of done the same kind of things we've normally seen him do. He had a chance late on. Bruno was going on an overlap, and he had a chance. He had a chance to lay it off to him, and he just held on to it too long. And then when Bruno stops, that's when he decides to play that ball, and it just rolls out for a goal kick. And I'm
Yeah.
like, it just didn't look like he was on the same page with his teammates tonight. He was taking up a lot of the same positions as Shesko was in the first half. There was a ball that went in the box that literally could have thrown a napkin and covered both Shesko and Cunha because he doesn't hold the width enough. He does it, but he doesn't hold it enough. And you really need him to because it was killing us today when we were getting done a lot on that side. And again, most of his touches were inside his own half. I don't know why we were playing long balls to him. It did not make sense to me whatsoever why we were doing that over and over again. Again, probably just another 4 or 5. Nobody seems to want to give ratings tonight. Everyone's probably just as mad as I am, dude. What would you give Cunha tonight, Dylan?
5. I'd almost trend to 4 at times, but yeah, 5's good because he had some good moments. He had some plays that look good, but it's the consistency that's not there. We tune out for periods that shouldn't be happening. So I don't know.
He won quite a bit of duels. I mean, you wouldn't realize it from watching it, but it just wasn't it
Yeah,
just wasn't working for him. So, um, Mbumo, we kind of spoke about Mbumo a little bit already. One chance created on the night, no successful dribbles, no successful crosses, no successful long balls. 2 out of 7 ground duels won in the night. He did make a couple tackles, but he just did not get involved. And it's not all on him because we just weren't getting the ball forward, but just not a good night, man. It just wasn't his night. It seemed like he got stuck between whether or not to track Barnes and Hall or whether or not to get forward. And it just, again, it's what I mean when I say it was never, nobody was seemed to be on the same page. And fair play to Newcastle for just
yeah,
disheveling us, but he was just never in a good position when we needed him to be in. And it's just, he had one chance before halftime. Again, we talked about that leaning back. He needs to do better there. Would
yep.
have liked to see Ahmad coming from a little earlier. What do you guys make of Mbumo tonight?
He just was thinking he's trying too hard, so he's forcing things. You can see him trying to get in net. You can see him with the lean back on the shot. You can see he's getting frustrated that it's not quite clicking, like we were talking about earlier. Like he's getting frustrated that he's not getting those opportunities. Honestly, this might be one of those periods where it's like, hey, you need to like maybe you need to come off the bench, see a different part of the game. I mean, nobody starts every one. Okay?
Yeah.
We've had matches where Bruno's come off the bench before too. Like, come on, like sometimes it's good to have that different perspective.
It's not. It just felt like it just wasn't going to be. It was just like, even from Big Up Drywater, welcome to the channel. He says Brumo has been poor. I always gets annoyed when I see Shesko. Yeah, and that's another thing. When you've got left footers on the right footers on the left, you can kind of tell from the get go that there's not going to be much service in the box.
Yeah.
Because those guys always need to cut onto their strong foot, and that takes time. And usually when they're doing that, they want to shoot, and then the ball's coming in at a weird angle. Now, Mbumo did provide that assist not that long ago for Shesko, the equalizer. I think it was West Ham. But it just seemed pretty clear tonight that, like, we weren't going to be able to, like, the players, either just because they were just weak-minded, weak and physical, whatever you want to call it, they weren't able to get past the press. The cutting off passing lanes was just not on tonight, and it just wasn't happening.
Mm-hmm.
Playing the ball to Cunha, I don't know what the goal was, but it just seemed like it was another match where Mbeumo was going to be asked to put in a little bit more of a shift off the ball, and it wasn't. He wasn't going to see a lot of it, but he has to do more with his chances. Kieran's reminding we have 28 likes. We have 28 likes. Now, remember, I did say if we get 25, I'm going to give away 5 memberships, you guys. So make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. If we can get the 50 likes, because there are 201 of you watching, I will give away 5 more. Let's do one of these real quick. Give away 5 memberships. I'm going to send 5 now. Lurkers, beware, because you will get put on blast. Big up Kieran for keeping me honest. Remember, memberships are the best way to get involved in the content. Starting 11 and Legends members get the access to the WhatsApp group. They make suggestions for scouting reports as well. Legends members get to join in on Kickabout episodes like this one. And they also get early access to exclusive videos like the football agent Q&A that I recorded yesterday that will be dropping soon. Legends members will get that a little bit earlier as well. So I try to help you guys as much as I can. Memberships are also the best way to support the channel financially. If that's something you feel like compelled to do, there's never any pressure whatsoever is all. But it is one of the options. If you can't commit to that, there's no problem. You can always send a super chat, or you can also go check out the UVE store. Tons of great stuff in there as well. But big up everybody for hitting those like buttons tonight. I appreciate that. We've got some members going in, so always nice to see the community grow. But big up, guys. DJ says people will not accept, but Ahmad has been poor too since AFCON. Do you think Ahmad's been poor, Dylan? Do you guys think Ahmad's been poor?
I don't think he's. Yeah, I wouldn't say he's been like shockingly poor, but I think there's been a drop off since AFCON, and
Yeah.
even beforehand. To me, he was more consistent before he went to AFCON. AFCON, he came in, he looked good after AFCON, and since that first or second match after AFCON, when he's come back, it hasn't been clicking. And I'm Bumo a little bit too, I would say, but yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
what it is.
I wouldn't say poor. I would say not as good as we've seen,
Yeah,
personally. But so I hear what you're saying. And I think when we know what he can do, and when we've seen what he can do, it is like frustrating, right? Because we know he can do more. But big up, Danny's taking off. Appreciate
Danny,
that, guys.
you're easy, man.
So we know that he can do more, but
Yep.
and we demand more, and maybe it's just the high standards of United. But no, I agree. There's been a drop off in these last couple of weeks, just overall. Aside from like Senna Lamans the other day, who had an absolute worldie. But big up Rob, appreciate that, man.
Hey,
We try. If you want really really original content, you're not getting anywhere else. Again, keep an eye out for that football agent Q&A that I did. That was a blast. I had a blast doing that. So Mbumo, not as night. Shesko, what do we think about Shesko?
he barely got any service. It was the hard part.
Yeah, he was isolated. We just couldn't get it
Yep.
forward. He did do well the first half. I thought he was pressing Newcastle a lot. He forced a lot
Mhm.
of throw-ins just by haranguing their defenders, caused a lot of problems. We weren't getting the ball to him. I thought we should have
No,
aimed for him a little bit more. We did do it a couple times, but again, because Cunha and
they,
Mbumo were pushed back so many times, there was nobody there to win those second balls.
well, and he had 3 on him. I remember there was one
Yeah,
specifically. He's in the box. Kudos to him because Cunha was behind him, sent it back in, and then Shesko. It was right when we thought he was going to tap it in. Tonali got in front of him and went down. I can't remember. It was sometime in the first half, but it was like he's fighting against 3 guys. Dan Byrne being one of them, and
yeah,
taller than him or as tall, and then Tonali strong. Like, he's fighting against those guys. It was going to be tough. It felt a little bit like, to me, and this is going to be weird to say, it felt a little bit like a Hoyland sort of game tonight, where he was kind of getting into position. Now he was getting into better positions than Hoyland would have, but it's just like he just couldn't get anything going. The attempts to try to get him into it, he did his best, but nothing was really working.
Yeah, and it's hard. Like I think Newcastle just, and I worry that Newcastle showed other teams exactly how to
Oh, they did.
basically keep us quiet because they just cut off the supply. And I mean, and even you can say to extent Palace did the same thing because we just could not get that ball forward. Um, Seshko, I mean, again, probably 4 or 5. It wasn't his fault necessarily. He probably could have done better with some. He was fighting in the box. There were a couple chances where he was getting into really good positions. He did really well. There was a moment where I think it was in the first half where we had a shot go in. The ball was coming in, and it was him and another United player, and they both could have gone for the header, but he saw that he wasn't going to win, so he actually stepped off and waited for the header to come back out. It was in the box too,
Yeah.
so he anticipated where that ball was going to go, and then he did well to get to it again, but he just got smothered on it. Couldn't really get anything
I
off
think
it.
that was
So
the one I was talking about where
was
he
it?
dropped at his feet, and we thought he was going to score, but
Yeah.
Tonali kind of stepped in front of him.
Yeah, so
So
he's showing a little bit of that instinct, that anticipation that I like to see from strikers. Again, his movement in the box is very, very good. Again, that goal, that
oh yeah,
equalizer goal against West Ham, another example of that. So Sheska probably a 5. I mean, it wasn't like he was bad. It's
yeah.
just again
He just didn't
not
have
able to do
anything.
anything. He just didn't wasn't getting service, and that's been the story. I know some of you guys said we're not putting enough balls in the box for him. We're not getting the ball forward to the players to put it in the box. Unfortunately, um,
Yep,
Kieran agrees. What about this man?
I agree with DJ. I just didn't have a lot to do, with
Yeah,
Carrick.
that's what
Carrick,
we were saying. Yeah.
yep, Carrick. This it wasn't his best game tonight. Like, let's just be honest. Like, the starting 11, you can look at it and say it's fine because they've won with that one. I
Yeah.
thought it was good to throw Mizraoui on, so that I'll give him credit for that. But and we came out from halftime, and you could see, there's going to be a red card coming on. And you can see that you need to be more aggressive to get the second goal. And the team that came out aggressive was Newcastle.
Yeah.
So whatever was said there, I don't understand. I don't get how they want to attack that. I don't know what's happening. The subs didn't necessarily make sense. I thought we talked about it before. I thought Ahmad should have come on earlier and could have changed
Yeah.
some things. The Malasia thing, I was looking at some of the forum posts, and it's like we would have taken Kokoni over Malasia,
Oh,
like just
Kukonki,
somebody
yeah.
else. Yeah, Kokonki, not Kokoni. Sorry, Kokonki. Yeah,
Kukonki's
so
very, very good on the left. He did just play a couple days ago though, so I wonder.
yeah,
But I mean, he's definitely bigger than Malasia. He's
for
massive, Kukonki.
could he have come on for 10 minutes though? I feel like he could have. That's the thing. So
Maybe do you trust that? I mean, was he really going to make an impact though? Was a young teenage left back really going to make an impact when we needed to get a goal though? That's the question. I mean, I don't know what Malasia. Again, it was needs must.
I
So
don't. I
maybe.
think he would have been better than Malasia. Is all I
I
know.
mean,
So,
yeah. So would anybody. I mean, I could go dig through my trash and find a freaking old plate that's would have done a better job than Malasia. But yeah, and so maybe you could say just maybe he could have done a little better just to bring on a kid. Maybe that could have gotten a little brownie points. But then again, are you just like placating to the crowd at that point or the fans? Kieran give Carrick's a 6. He doesn't think he'll get. I don't think he'll get the job
I don't either.
personally. Um,
Not unless we see an uptick here, like he learns from this and we win some big matches here. We get it going. Yeah. There's a lot of question marks from this. So
Yeah, I need to see a plan B when you come up against this kind of stuff because these last couple matches haven't shown me that there's a plan B. And maybe you could say the lack of the squad depth maybe plays a role, but again, manage is a verb as well. You got to do stuff, not
Mhm.
verb like Rose Senior likes to make it as a manager, but still a verb. But you have to manage. You have to figure out this kind of stuff. You have to adapt to injuries, crisis
Yep.
management. What we talked about a couple of years back when we looked at what makes a good manager. We rated when you and I went through amorim replacements. We rated some of them on crisis management. How do you respond to injuries and whatnot? That's a big
Mhm.
thing. Carrick is a little too slow sometimes to make decisions, to make changes. I thought that hoofing it to Cunha wasn't really working. I didn't think he did enough changes today. And I get that, and I said this in the chat. Like, I get that he's a calm guy. Like, players all talk about how calm he is, and he looks calm. But I do think a little urgency, a little like I don't think that would hurt. Like, I get it, you're like it's fine, guys. We're gonna be, but maybe just like you don't have to wait till halftime to up the tempo. For instance, all it takes is a couple of this on the touchline. Like, let's move it faster, guys. Things like that. Here's a question for the chat, and maybe for you too: do we get the impression that Carrick is perhaps a little too soft on some of the players in terms of like there's not enough consequences or accountability? Is there not enough pushing them to, like, we saw how soft they've been coming back from long breaks in between matches, how lazy, how slow. Is that down to coaching and man? And what are you guys' thoughts on that?
You know what? That it could be. I just wonder if he's expecting them to, because he's come from Sir Alex's system. He's come from teams that have had the fit and the fire, and to go out and just we're down, we're going to show everybody. And I wonder if he's expecting that, and he doesn't quite know. I mean, we've seen that with other managers too at United here, that doesn't quite know how to get the tune out of them, like to get to that point. Um, so yeah, I wouldn't necessarily. I don't know what his team talks are like, but I don't know if he's soft, but I don't know if he's hitting the right buttons on everybody, getting the motivation out there to go get everything.
And whether he gets the job or not, this is a shop window opportunity for him.
Mm-hmm.
You if you say you don't get this job, like, this is going to impact how other clubs perceive you as a
Yeah,
potential candidate as well. You have to have answers for these kind of questions. And today it was not great, and it's been getting kind of steady. I'm not. It sounds like I'm catastrophizing. I'm not catastrophizing. I'm just going by what I've seen and a trend that I'm noticing that the last couple matches have kind of declined a little bit in the performance from the players and Carrick's solutions to some of these questions that we're seeing.
yep.
DJ says Malacia sub. He's rusty. Why you have Heaven? Yeah, don't forget. Was Heaven on the bench today?
I think he was. Yeah.
Um, Casemiro's always better than. I don't know. Like, I don't get why we took Casemiro off unless he was
I
feeling
don't either.
something.
Well, I mentioned this to Jeff. I'm like, the only thing I can think of is like we're getting run through in the midfield, and Ugarte's faster. Is the
Yep.
only thing I could think of.
That doesn't make it makes. I mean, has he never watched Ugarte play? Because Ugarte, I will take a Casemiro with one leg over Ugarte fully fit, man. I'm telling you right now. Big up Sanjay. He's in Lisbon right now. Big up, man. Welcome, guys. Make sure you're
Traveling the
liking.
world.
Make sure you're subscribing, you guys. I do appreciate those. DJ says, with one game a week, players getting off, you can't put it on depth. No, I'm not putting it on depth. I'm just, we said at the start of the show, like, the lack of depth is pretty. I even said what you're saying, like, the lack of depth doesn't excuse what we saw from the players who started the match today. But again,
Mm-hmm.
if Carrick wants to make changes to whatever's happening, the options are limited, is what we're saying as well. Sanjay, you're lucky. You're lucky you didn't watch the game, dude. Sadek, welcome. Like to see a new face, you guys. I like to see the community growing. Says this was not a good performance by our players who gave up with 10 men. I mean, did they have 10 men? I mean, are we calling the referee? We're saying 11 men. I'm saying 11 men the way that he was playing for them, honestly. I know it's tin pot. I'm not blaming the ref for the result, but I can criticize the referee performance as well. Okay, let's get him off the screen, you guys. Again, the ref was atrocious, but whatever it is. As for you guys talking about fullbacks, we're talking about Malacia. If you are begging for new fullbacks, again, I've got a couple shows planned coming up. Some fullback picks that I think we should be looking at. I did the left winger one earlier. I did the Casemiro replacement one earlier. Go back and watch those if you guys haven't yet. The fullback one started as of one video, but I kept kind of adding options. So now I've had to split it into two videos because I can't do a video with 10 players. That's too many players. So I've got 5 left backs, 5 right backs. I will be going through the why I think there'd be good fits and whatnot. So keep a lookout for those as well, especially around international break. You guys know we like to get those international breaks in there. Dylan and I will be doing our next Kickabout proper will be all about, as some of the things you guys are talking about now. Someone just said it earlier, I think. Hold up. That we need players sold. Who was it that said we need to sell like 7 players? DJ says we need 7 new players. Well, the next time Dylan and I hang out and do a Kickabout, we'll be deciding on the next bomb squad. So obviously, all the talk this past summer was bomb squad, who needs to leave. We're gonna want your guys' opinions on what the new bomb squad should be. Who is like non-negotiable should be kicked out the squad this summer. That's what we're gonna be talking about. So come back for that one. City definitely effed up tonight. Dropped points against Forest.
Oh, yeah.
West Ham won, so they're level on Forest now in terms of that
Come on,
bottom
West Ham.
spots.
Knock
we need.
Forest down. We want Elliot Anderson
I want.
on the cheap,
I want
man.
Anderson
Come
for
on.
cheap, dude. Chelsea won against Villa, big win. It does help us put some points between us and Villa, but again, Chelsea are still on our heels, and if Chelsea win and we lose again, they will be above us. So we are on third still, only above Villa on goal differential. Chelsea are only 3 points off, but they've got like 8 more goals. Liverpool is still 3 points off, but we've got a couple more goals. So we could technically drop to 6th with another loss if we don't find a way to figure this out. But it is against Villa, so it is kind of a big 6-pointer coming up. DJ, I appreciate that, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Sorry for the technical difficulties tonight, but we got it. Sounds like we got it sorted. Somebody's going to be getting a scathing email, though.
I figured out it was all part of my plan to take over again.
Dylan's out here messing with my cables. So we'll be back later on this week. Or wait, the Villa game's not till next weekend. Son of a bitch. What am I going to do? All right. Oh, boy. We got to come up with some fun stuff to talk about, Dylan. Don't worry. The agent Q&A video will come out, and we'll be doing some fullbacks. I do have a whole nother scouting report special ready and raring to go, so keep a lookout for that one as well. Plus, Dylan and I will be back to talk about some random shit, too. Don't worry about that. Dylan, final thoughts on the match, the performance. Any final thoughts on the players, on the coach, or anything? What you saw tonight, and what you think moving forward, what this could mean?
Today we saw 2 teams out there. We saw one team that we want to be, and one team that we are.
Oh, that's where we are.
And that's unfortunately Newcastle went down to 10 men and say, all right, let's do this thing. And we looked at, they went down to 10 men and we're like, eh. And that's not that is not the mentality I want. And they should be, the players should be upset with this. And they should be looking at the Villa match now. They should be digging in and saying, all right, let's go out and show everybody what we're going to do. And they need to come out with fire. They need to come out with, you don't have to play frenetic, but you need to play with some pace and some urgency. And we haven't seen that in the last few weeks, and we need to see that.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, we haven't seen it for the last couple of games. Like, why is it taking this long for Carrick and the coaching staff to try to figure it out? Like, we saw that there were warning signs there against West Ham. Like, we needed to get that locked in, and I don't know if we're just trying to like ride the storm till the season ends, because there's only 9 games left. I don't even know off the top of my head now. Like, these players have a lot. They could very easily miss out on Champions League if they take their foot off the gas. And if these last couple matches haven't been a bit of a reality check, then I don't know what will. And we've seen that these players, when it comes to mentality, they're not the strongest. And so Rob says, big up. Let's batter Sancho and his boys. Oh, Sancho. Yeah, Villa should be there for the taking, quite frankly, with their injuries and stuff. Yes. We'll talk about that one a little later on, though. But yeah, they've got a lot to answer for tonight. Tonight really should be a very long, slow train, plane, automobile, however they're getting back. It should be a very long, slow, quiet ride for the boys and Carrick, because nobody deserved anything from that. But that's going to be it from us, unless you have any other thoughts, Dylan, on that one. I appreciate you stopping by tonight, bud.
No problem. Happy to do it. I mean, I'd be happier if we won, but still happy to hang out. And, always good to see everybody here, see you, Sean, and talk about things. So,
well, we show up no matter what. Hold up.
Okay.
Caught my computer virus.
Stuff is working, guys. Soon this will be my channel.
Allergies, man. The change in weather's got my sinuses all effed, dude. So
oh yeah.
Well, yeah, we're here. Whether we lose, whether we win, because we're consistent. We got to hold our heads up. We got to take it on the chin like everybody else. So, guys, I appreciate everyone for stopping by tonight. We had a lot of people jumping involved. Obviously, we got all those likes. You guys got 5 memberships. Got 5 more to give away this month. So keep stopping by, keep liking, keep subscribing. Hype the older videos on your phone if you get a second. One more plug, go check those memberships out. They're the best way to get involved. Starting 11, Legends, you guys do get a lot of perks. Go check out all the perks to learn more about that as well. And check out the Unitedverse Everybody store. There are always sales going on. You did just miss the big one, the 30% off one, but there will be more coming around. So check it out. One of a kind gear. None of it goes to the club or the Glazers. It's not expensive. So, but it does help the channel a little bit. So appreciate that. DJ says, I want to know what your views on Skull. Like, did he say something or just in general? Did Dylan? Did you see Skull say anything after the match?
I haven't seen him say anything, but just
Mm,
in general, I mean, we've talked about him before, just being like,
yeah.
"Have a good one, Michael." Just we talked about him before, just being like, you said doesn't watch football. He seems like he's a little bit jaded towards some of the players today, and yeah, he's got some insights on some things when he was a player, which are interesting to see, but
Yeah.
I don't know. He seems a little bit frustrated, like just that he can't do it anymore. So,
Legend of a player, world like United legend, world class player. Like to me, wins the Scholes Lampard Gerrard debate hands down. Horrible pundit, horrible takes on football. Now that he's retired, Rob says he tweeted something. All right, so now we're gonna go look and see what
I'll
Scholes is
pull it up
tweeting.
here in just a second. Yeah,
Yeah, because I haven't seen anything.
we'll
I
see.
let me know about this. DJ
So
says he's
let's see.
posted
What's he
something about
say?
Carrick. Interesting.
Here we go. On his Instagram story, he writes, Michael has definitely got something special about him because United have been cock, I guess, the last 4 games. I don't know. C, whatever. Yeah, doesn't. I don't think it's the other one, but
I don't have
yeah.
Instagram, so if you put it on Instagram, I don't know. But hold on, let's see if I can find it here. Paul Scholes.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, Michael's because United have been crap. Oh, crap. Never mind. Crap the last 4 games. Good night. Tenali, he loves Tenali, apparently. So,
Interesting. I mean,
right.
don't know. Do not know. So, let me see. Okay, I got it here on the screen. Hold up. Let me see if I can find it. So let me bring it up. I'll see if I can bring it up on the screen so we can look at it real quick before I let you guys go. If you guys want to. Um. Oh,
Frustrating.
Carrick and Scholes. What are we gonna do here? All right, what do we got here? All right, I will bring this up so we can all look at it here, and then we can go. But thanks for tipping me off. I didn't know. I mean,
Yes. I
I
didn't
don't
know about this
have
either.
Instagram, so I don't know about any of this stuff that happens. So let's see what this says here. It's about as big as I can make it. So Michael has definitely got something special about him because United have been crap last 4 games. Knight, Tenali, Hart. I don't know if he's being just sarcastic. Is that really Paul Scholes though? Is that
Seems like
is
it. A lot
is
of
that
people are reporting on it. So,
is that his actual account? Interesting. Interesting. All right. Well, hey, what are you gonna do? Like I said, world class player, United legend, pretty shit pundit in my opinion. Nice guy too. We met him. Like you guys remember when Dylan and
yeah.
I were in Manchester, we
Oh, yeah.
posted some photos. Like we met him when we went to that Salford game. He's a terrific guy in real life. He's just his takes on football are just like
I,
not good.
but I don't understand that. Like, I can see you criticizing Carrick for, how he set up or other things like that. He just called him shit. Like, I don't,
You know.
that's just kind of mean.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't hide his opinion. I'll say that. I just think.
Yeah.
I mean, and this isn't. This is. But you remember he was saying kind of when he said about like Leacha and stuff. Like it's like he and Nicky Butt, they say things sometimes. I think, and we know for a fact they are paid for their opinions. And I think that this helps. This kind of stuff helps. But what are you gonna do, man? But in
Yeah.
any case, I'm not gonna give that any more time because it's just ridiculous. But
Yep.
all right. Guys, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe on the way out. I'm gonna let you guys get going. Dylan, I appreciate you stopping by, bud. Say goodbye to the lovely people for me.
Have a good one, everybody. Hope you're doing well.
All right. Take it easy, guys. Come back for the wow. We don't. I keep forgetting that there's no Villa match this weekend. It's not till next weekend. So keep a
Yep.
lookout for the football agent Q&A. Again, Legends members will get that early access. So until next time, you guys take it easy, and we will see you guys later. Hold up, big shout out to Rob Always United. Wanted to make sure we snuck that in
Hey,
there. All right, guys, take it easy. Laters.
Have a good one, everybody.